Well, welcome everybody to today's special City Council meeting. We're certainly blessed to have everybody here today. It is Thursday, March 26th, and what we'd like to do is introduce you to your City Council.
Council members Anderson.
Here.
Erickson.
Here.
Erpenbach.
Here.
Jameson.
Here.
Karski.
Here.
Kiley.
Here.
Rolfing. Staggers.
This is a special meeting, and it's a special day, and we have a special invocation. We're very, very blessed to have Dr. Chandrahar Davidi. Dr. Davidi is a distinguished professor and head emeritus for the Department of Pharmaceutical Sciences with the College of Pharmacy at SDSU, otherwise known as South Dakota State University. What we'd ask you to do is to stand for Dr. Davidi's invocation and then remain standing for our Pledge of Allegiance. Dr. Davidi, welcome, sir.
Namaskar. Good afternoon. Mayor Hilder, council members, and sisters and brothers of Sioux Falls. It's quite an honor for me to be here and be part of this address. I'm going to recite a prayer from Rig Veda, which is one of the 4 Vedas for Hindu scripture. And as you could see in the slide, I have a picture of rising sun. So, of course, this is a universal prayer, but normally when you wake up, you start your day, so you pray and get these blessings. And I'm going to recite in Sanskrit, the original language it was written, and then I have also transliterated in English, so if you like, you can follow me. And then to my best of ability, I try to translate in English too. Thank you. Om Bhur Bhuvah Swaha Tat Sabitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. O all-pervading Lord, you are the creator, you are preserver, and you are destroyer. You are pure and purifier. You are free from all pains. You are energizer and basis of the life of this multiform universe. Please direct our knowledge and intellect in the right direction to follow the path of truth, good deeds, and enlightenment. Amen. Amen. Thank you very much and appreciate the opportunity. Namaste.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Dr. Davidi, bless you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. What an honor.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that.
Dr. Davidi, thank you so much for that blessing. We certainly appreciate that. I am here to present what I believe is the blueprint for a growing Sioux Falls. I want to take you where we are as a town right now. I want to talk about where I think we're heading over the next year or two. And yes, I want to pay special attention to some of those challenges that I'd love us to tackle as a team. And in fact, if you listen closely over the next 25 to 30 minutes or so, I may share a scoop or two with you. We live in a city where people want to live here. We're 170,000 strong, and we're growing about 3,000 to 4,000 people a year. People want to work here. We've got 2,400 jobs that are available right now in this great town. There are help wanted signs absolutely everywhere. People want to do business here. And not only do they want to work here, we've got people that are creating jobs here. Last year alone, over 2,000 jobs were created in Sioux Falls. against, and it was across all spectrums: agriculture, finance, retail, tourism, healthcare, research, manufacturing. They were blue collar, they were white collar. We've got a diversified economy here like you cannot imagine. People want to invest here. We have had 3 of the best construction years in our city's history over the last 4. They've happened back to back to back. And guess what, Sioux Falls? We're coming out of the gates really, really strong in 2015 as well. In our city, in our state, we live and die by 2 resources, 2 revenue resources. Those are sales tax revenues and those are property tax revenues. And Sioux Falls, I will let you know, both are doing extremely, extremely well here. The revenue streams are solid. People also want to shop here, and shop here are they doing at the highest level. We are not resting in our laurels in any way, shape, or form. And we need this revenue growth. We do. We need this revenue growth to feed this insatiable beast that we call home. With all the opportunities that we have, we need these revenues to come in strong. I told you I talked a little bit about where we are. And I'm going to continue by saying, we are certainly getting stuff done, all the while maintaining that financial strength that is just so important to the people that live and lead here. First of all, I can't wait to show you the numbers. And neither can Tracy Turback and Terry Torkelson. They cannot wait to show you the numbers of our new event center. Since the big Jason Aldean opener that we had, and yes, all the way to that record-breaking 60,000 plus attendee Summit League basketball tournament. From the opener to the last event, we've been hearing ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. Our event center is operating in the black, Sioux Falls, and we can't wait to tell you more. Our new indoor aquatics center, I am here to tell you that it will be the best within a 500-mile radius of Sioux Falls. We conquered a battle that we've been fighting for in this town since 1951. And thanks to the leadership of this council and the leadership of so many others, we're finally going to build our new indoor aquatics facility, and we're going to build it right the first time. "340 miles of roads have been repaired in this town, and Sioux Falls, I need to let you know, there's a bevy of orange barrels that are coming. We want to repair or replace or rebuild 47 more miles of roads in 2015. This is my favorite time of the year, Sioux Falls, road construction season. I love this time. And based on the survey results, it sounds like you do as well. We're not going to let you down. Our levee is certified. This is really, really important, and I do want to express a hearty thanks to our Washington, D.C. contingent, because they know how important of a topic this is for our town as well. There are so many investments that people want to make out there along those waterways, and they've not been able to do them. But we're going to get it done, and we believe strongly that by 2016 we'll be able to reap the rewards of those new floodplain maps. My ultimate goal for downtown Sioux Falls, it certainly was to create a place for people where they'd want to work, and yes, where they'd want to play. But my ultimate goal was to create a place in downtown Sioux Falls where people would want to live. And live are they? We have right now, it's estimated 2,219 people that have selected our downtown as the place to live. Living downtown is what makes our downtown go boom. And there's more construction happening every day. I don't know who the next mayor of this town's going to be, but I'll give them some advice. You better focus on roads, and you better focus on snow removal. Well, one thing that this city did, and one thing that this council took the risk on, is we implemented snow gates for the first time in our city's history. Mark and Galen and their team, they learned more and more with every single snowfall that we had in Sioux Falls this winter. Hey, we were not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. We know that. But folks like them. In fact, folks love them a bunch. I often talk about the piggy bank. I do that quite often, and I want to talk about that again today because it is something that South Dakotans really, really value. Is how much do we have in that piggy bank? Sioux Falls right now, we are at a 33% savings level in terms of our reserve level right now versus a goal that's been established by city councilors and leaders way before us of 25%. And what I wanted to do is give you a flavor of how that's going to projected to look in the years to come as well. And what you can see by the slide above is that we'll be well over that 25% in the years to come. Where you do see a reduction is where we are planning to add more firefighters to our city team. But ultimately, right now, we're going to be just fine in terms of that ever-fat piggy bank that we have here in Sioux Falls. And then, I know this has been a hot topic, and I want to continue to talk about it. Debt. Well, one of the things that I wanted you to see is that when I started and earned the honor to serve all of you as your mayor, you can see where our debt level was, and you can see where we're fighting to get it to by the time that I'm done being your mayor. And council, what I'll also let you know is that Tracy Turback and the finance team, they're going to be looking for every opportunity that they can to also pay off debt early if we can, or refinance debt that we have as well. Those opportunities have been limited over the years, but there are some coming up, and we will keep you in the loop as those do come up. This is a town that is prudent. This is a town that is certainly cautious, and maybe some even want to call us just a little bit boring. You know what? When it comes to our city's finances, I think we all like that. Boring is good. Prudent is good. Cautious is good. That's just the way we like it. And when you compare our debt level per capita versus other cities that are all around us, I think you can see we're really, really prudent in this town. Okay, that's where we are. Now, council, citizens of Sioux Falls, where are we going? What are we going to tackle in the next year or two? What's that blueprint for the future look like? Well, let's get into it just a little bit. Public safety, long after I'm the mayor, will remain the highest priority for this town. And it still is. We're investing in police officers. We're investing in our firefighting team and new fire stations. And I am so happy and so proud to announce that our new ambulance service is really going to take Sioux Falls to a new level as well. We have to talk a little bit about crime, and we should. Citizens of this town, they definitely feel safe, and they should. However, as we grow, we all know that not every neighbor that comes into our town or chooses to live in this town is going to be a good neighbor. And some of the statistics will reflect that. But on a per capita basis, if you look at where we were and where we are, this town is unbelievably safe. And by the way, let me make something very, very clear. If there is a bad neighbor who wants to come into this town or who wants to live in this town, let me make something very, very clear. If you want to commit a crime in Sioux Falls, you're going to do time in Sioux Falls. We got to keep Sioux Falls moving. We definitely do. There are some monster road projects that are coming in 2015 and beyond. Let me just tell you, you're going to like them all when they're done. You will. And it's going to keep this town moving. I've listed some of the monsters up above, and I don't think I need to go into any more detail on those because we're going to be talking about those every day of this summer. So be ready, Sioux Falls. We have to focus on infrastructure. We have to. We have, and we have to continue doing that. Not only just the infrastructure that is above the ground, but we also have to pay really, really special attention to that infrastructure that lies below the surface as well. You know, the sanitary sewer lines, big deal here. Remember the sanitary sewer line collapse up by the prison 4 years ago? We don't want anything like that to happen again. Are you ready for a few scoops? Yeah. Let's just talk about some of the things that are coming on the horizon. Let's have a little fun. What are the headlines to come, Sioux Falls? Well, first of all, let's talk a little bit about this rail yard redevelopment project. Again, one of the most convoluted, one of the most difficult that I've ever had the pleasure to work on with this incredible city, state, and federal team. And let me just encourage you, stay positive, Sioux Falls. Stay positive. I strongly believe we are on the fringe of purchasing 10 acres of land right in the heart of our downtown, utilizing federal funds. It's time to ink this deal. And I just want to celebrate the teamwork that has come along with the journey. We're going to continue to run this government, this city government, like a business. We are going to present a plan to the City Council as well as to the citizens of Sioux Falls that will address the growing space needs of local government here in the Sioux Falls area. We're very, very excited about that, as well as we're going to come to all of you and tell you a little bit more about what LMI found when they did their study in terms of trying to make this government run more efficiently, more productively, getting more bang for the taxpayer buck, and yes, becoming more service-friendly as well. Really excited to tell you more about that. Sioux Falls, I will tell you, this economic development boom, it is far from over. And we're excited. We're going to be telling you more about some of those plans. We're working with the state of South Dakota, our Sioux Falls development team, towards building a new industrial, commercial, or research development park in Sioux Falls. We created 2,000 jobs in our city last year. How many of you think that's enough? No one does. And neither does city government, and neither does state government, and neither do those collaborative partners like Sioux Falls Development and Forward Sioux Falls, neither do they think that is enough. I'm not going to miss this one. Pay special attention, media. Pay special attention, Sioux Falls. There's going to be more announcements, more groundbreakings, and more ribbon cuttings out by our new event center. Stay tuned. Our downtown's heartbeat, is it pumping? You bet. It's pumping in a big, big way. What I need to let you know is that we've made great progress in our downtown. Here's going to be the challenge, Council. Here's going to be the challenge, Sioux Falls. Just take a look at some of the things that we've been talking about here. You know, this new mixed-use private development, the new parking structures, that riverfront property that we just put on the market out there. Yes, we keep talking about all the things about Falls Park West, and yes, those funky, exciting things like the Main Avenue Road diet. Just like we're doing with the indoor aquatics facility, we want to do it right the first time. Here's going to be our challenge, but it's also going to be our fun. How can we tie all this together, including that river greenway, that phase 3 of the river greenway that we want to do on the other side of the river? How can we tie that all together to make sure that we again, are getting the biggest bang for our buck and that we do it right? Council, we're going to be talking about that as a team in the months to come. This next slide, I've got a little smiley face here. I'll show all of Sioux Falls. I got a little smiley face here, and I'll give you a little scoop there. You know, when I go into the game, I go into the game as positive as I can possibly be. I'm going to utilize my own strengths and try to capitalize on my team's strengths as much as I possibly can. And then, yep, when I'm in the game, or when, more importantly, when we're in the game, I'm going to play to win. I will take this city's track record of tackling the tough issues in our town, and I'll compare them with any city in America. This mayor, these city councilors, and the citizens of this town, they all know it's not just butterflies and tulips and honey in Sioux Falls. They know that, and so do I. You know, we've tackled some tough issues over the last 5 years that I've had the honor to be your mayor. This council has had to be in the battleground along with me as we've tackled these tough issues as a city. Have we tried to stay positive and collaborative along the journey? We've done our best. Let's just touch on some of the things that we've tackled as a city as we haven't put our head in the sand. You know, pension reform. Other cities, other states wouldn't even look at it. Our new events center, snow gates, our new indoor aquatics center, wasteful government spending, the old river ramp, crumbling roads and infrastructure, taking on bad neighbors and holding them accountable, financial and land management upgrades that should have been implemented 20 years ago, and yes, rail yard relocation. It isn't all just, tulips and bumblebees and butterflies here, and we know that. And that's why we're working our butts off to tackle these issues, and we're going to keep doing it. So, what are some of those things that we're going to continue to tackle as a town, as a team, council? Let me just kind of give you a little insight on what I think we should tackle. What should we go after next? Well, workforce recruitment and workforce development is job one. It's a good problem to have, 2,400 job openings. It is. But I want to commend you for your leadership. You know, you were willing to invest about $500,000 into some, development initiatives. We're going to give you a report soon. You can't imagine the bevy of ideas that have come forth, as well as the amount of money that they'd like us to invest to ultimately make that happen. I think $500,000 was a good step. And again, working in collaboration, I think we'll be able to capture more and more of these opportunities, as well as we're going to announce a recruitment campaign for the city as well. Again, We do need people to come into this town to capture the opportunities that are available for us. We are leaving opportunity on the table. I came from business. We're leaving profit on the table. I came from business. We're leaving service improvements on the table. I came from business. We're leaving productivity and efficiency enhancements on the table. And those are some of the things that I'm excited to talk to you more about in the days to come. This is one that may catch you a little bit by surprise. But I'm very, very enthused to talk about this, and we'll be talking with all of you about it really soon as well. Guess what, Sioux Falls? We actually have, within the heart of our town, we've got 50 islands amongst us. Seriously. 50 islands, 50 residential islands amongst us in the city of Sioux Falls. The policy in terms of annexation, it definitely needs to be clarified and improved, and we're working on that now. Oh my goodness, Council, get ready, because tough decisions are going to need to be made. They really are. But I have a request. Let's not leave it for the next mayor. Let's not leave it for the next council. We can tackle this and lay the groundwork not only for the city of Sioux Falls, but I'll bet we can lay the groundwork for all of South Dakota along the journey. This is so hard for me to talk about because, you know, there is this impression out there that, you know, I'm just a really positive guy who just can't say no to anybody. Well, one of the challenges that we face, Sioux Falls, as your mayor and as a council, is that, we do have to say no. Oh, at a minimum, we have to say you're going to have to wait. And council, one of the challenges that you face and I face and we all face is that we really do have to focus on the city as a whole. What are those projects, what are those ideas, what are those things that are coming before us that are really tailored for the special interest group versus the city as a whole? And we're going to have some of those conversations in the days to come. I've got folks that are coming to me every week, and they've got the best ideas since sliced bread. And again, I love that vision. I love that passion, and I love, you know, dreaming big along with them. But we are going to have to prioritize these limited and very, very valuable resources that we have here in the city of Sioux Falls. I'm going to talk about something. If you think we're going to tackle some monster infrastructure projects in 2015, Sioux Falls, you haven't seen anything yet. You haven't. There's even bigger projects that lie out there waiting for us to accomplish. And it's not just in Sioux Falls. It's in every town, every city in the great state of South Dakota. Council, I'm proud of you. I mean, you took a leadership stance, along with others here in Sioux Falls, when it came to SB 135. It needs to be passed. It does. It's time. It needs to be passed. This one penny that we're using to try to capture these opportunities, we can't stretch it much thinner. We really can't. Oh, it's time for local control. I mean, what a concept. Let the people decide. Let the citizens of Sioux Falls decide. The citizens of Volga decide. Let the citizens of Tripp and Parkston and Yankton and Watertown and Rapid City decide. Oh, and just something to remember. Nothing is getting cheaper. These roads, these bridges, these new parks, these fire trucks, all these things that as towns we want to capture, all they're doing is just getting more expensive. I had to bring this one back up, Council, and it's again, I'm proud of you. I love how we tackled this as a team in terms of public transportation and paratransit, but I do have to let you know, this is one of those problems, one of those challenges where it's still out of whack. It really is. The balance between public transportation and the balance between paratransit, it is truly out of whack. We've made progress, but we are going to have to do more to address this issue with public transportation. I'm going to leave you with this. 93% of the people that live here, they just think that we've got a good or a great place to live. 93%. Here's my problem. I focus on the 7 who don't think that this is a good or a great place to work and to live and to play. It's a problem that I've always had. I always want to reach higher. I want to accomplish more. And with the help of all of you, Council, with the help of the citizens of Sioux Falls and the 1,200 city employees of Sioux Falls city government, I feel really good, really confident that by working together, we're going to get that 7% as pumped up about this town as all of you are. Thank you, Sioux Falls. Make it a great day. Thank you. Council, I want to thank you. Audience, I want to thank you for being here. Citizens Sioux Falls, thank you as well. With that in mind, would there be a motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn.
Second.
There's been a motion to adjourn. It has been seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
This meeting is adjourned, Sioux Falls. Thank you so much.